Hi lovelies and welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you'll be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Alright lovelies, let's dive into today's video. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, okay, and I thought to share with you guys where people are so shocked to the outcome of the percentage of people that voted. Like, people are so shocked to the fact that Hispanic people have, the higher percentage as well as the white, pan-colored women. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational or informative purposes. All right, lovely.
Everybody take a look at the chart in front of you. I will introduce you to your new Mules of Justice. Your new Mules of Justice will be anyone of white, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, or other background. If you have any problems, questions, or concerns, please direct them to a person who is white, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, or other. Do not connect with your black peers unless it is for a good time. You understand? Your husband knocked your head between the dryer because you don't want to have his 5th child because you went to go get your tubes tied without him. Please tell that to your nearest white, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, or other representative. If you or a loved one is experiencing an issue in the pursuit of happiness in America, if you or a loved one is being deported unfairly, express that to a white, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, or other person. You feel that you're not being treated fairly at work, unequal wages? Please direct your concerns to a white, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, or other person. Are those rich legacy kids still taking your seats in school? Direct your issues kindly to the nearest white, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, or other individual. Black people are off duty for at least the next 4 years. We will review. Outside of us, please don't contact us. Black women, I want you to have a beautiful day because although our men did show up, we showed out. Collectively, we did that. But as women, over 90%, what a day. What a beautiful day to be a black woman. But as I said, this is not entirely about us. I do want to welcome our new Mules of Justice, white, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, and other individual. We're so glad to have you here. You all have my kindest concepts of thoughts and prayers. Thank you. Everybody.
So the election is over, right? And I'm seeing a lot of people already posting on TikTok, specifically black people, both women and men on TikTok. And they're like, oh, this is why we can't have nothing as black folk. And, we out, any of y'all who voted for Trump, like, don't ask for nothing, blame all. I've even seen people go so far as to say, blame all men. It's all men who are supporting Trump, blah, blah, blah. And I wanted to bring this up, or this image up, because if you look right there, right, and this is the latest exit poll. I think the poll was about 50,000 people. But the point is, if you look at the polls, at the exit polls, 9 out of 10 black people in general voted for Harris. And yeah, I'm rounding it up, but basically 9 out of 10 black folks, black people collectively, right, were predominantly, had the vast majority were voting for Harris. So before you go on TikTok and before you go and you start blaming black women and black men and all this other stuff for how you feel, because, regardless of how you feel about who won or whatever, before you go and blame people, just look. I understand people are frustrated, but let's not go on TikTok as black folk. Let's not go on TikTok and sit here and be super divisive and act like, it's black folk being crabs in the barrel, because if you look at the numbers, flat out, we're not. And if we're being honest, if you look at, can I move this? If you look at, well, that's just the age. All right, so if you look at all the other races, it's not black folk voting for Trump, okay? It's pretty much every other race. And to be fair, right, this is what happens when you have two shitty people going against one another. They're just going to sit here and pick the lesser of two evils. And I'm not saying Trump's the lesser of two evils, but according to everybody else, he is. And women sitting here blaming all men. If you look at women, it's damn near split down the middle, 54 and 44%. That's a huge chunk of women, all right? So let's not sit here and blame all men. It's pretty much a coin toss at this point for both sexes.
Okay, wake up. Because now it's time to figure out which one of y'all is the reason Kamala is losing this election. I should have known. I should have known. Now, based off these demographics, we already kind of knew white people were a lost cause, regardless of their age or their socioeconomic level. And of course, black people always coming through. But the most interesting part of this polling is looking at Latino voters. Because 45% of y'all voting for Republican still blows my mind. And the 3% of the Asian population, and even 1% of Native Americans being the population, 64% of them overwhelmingly vote Republican. And then the others. Even while these demographics are broken down even more, black people overwhelmingly seem to vote for their best interests. Which I could say the same for white people, because I don't really know what y'all be thinking. But just below, when we look at Latino voters between the ages of 18 to 29, again, blown away. And shout out to NBC News, because that poll is going to tell you exactly what they're saying. Now, according to NBC News, it says Latino voters swing dramatically for Trump. It may be the biggest victory of that race. Latino voters swung Trump by a staggering 25 percentage points compared to about 4 years ago. So him threatening to deport anybody who is of Latinx descent wasn't enough for y'all. Okay. Now, the article goes on to say that Trump had one support, about 45% of Latino voters nationally, compared to 53% for Harris. And the NBC exit poll had found that's far better than the 33 points lost that Trump had suffered among Latino voters in 2020, which is still crazy because he still gained 32% of those votes because Joe Biden had clinched about 65% of them. So essentially, it was because she's a woman. And it may be among the strongest GOP performance among Latinos in a presidential race since George W. Bush had gained about 44% in 2004. Way I'm so disgusted. I have to laugh before I punch something, but the way I am so disgusted with Latino voters is crazy work. It said nationally, Latinos account for about 12% of the electoral voting population, and Trump's gains are boosting his margins across key battleground states from Pennsylvania to Arizona, which have complicated the path for Harris. Now, I literally don't have to read any more of that article because that should have been enough for you. Just imagine, if you will, that Latino voters are okay with the threats of their family members possibly losing their DACA status or their immigration status, all simply because they could not see themselves voting for a woman. But the slide that really got me on all of this was total family income. And this is where it gets really tricky. The fact that it didn't matter how much money you made or how little money you made, the vote was still split. Which is crazy, because how are you making under $30,000 a year? I mean, you're literally living hand to mouth and still voting for Republicans. How is that even humanly possible?
You are done out here. They gonna get you. They gonna get you next. Don't say I didn't say it. I'm gonna prepare for it.
We better hope those 2 Big Macs, 2 Filet-O-Fish, and that small chocolate milkshake that Trump likes to eat does its job on the 78-year-old man. The average lifespan of a white male American is 76.5 years. Trump is 1.5 years past his expiration date. And honestly, that explains the orange color. He's literally spoiled milk. God, I know it's been a while, but if you can hear me, if you needed an old white person, why Queen Elizabeth II, Lord? Why not Trump? Satan, do you need directions? Meet me at a crossroad. If you need help finding him, I got you. Grim Reaper, you ain't paid him not one visit? What is he doing hiding in a pile of oranges when you come? I blame all you white witches who were doing your stupid ass fucking rituals, asking Athena to help Kamala win. Your candles didn't do shit, and you white women are some liars. Y'all didn't vote for Kamala. Y'all said that y'all would publicly, and then behind closed doors voted for that man. You piece of shit white allies, standing strong during Black Lives Matter, begging the police to pepper spray you in the face so you could have a photo op. White people, men, Hispanics, Asians, other, 45 to 64-year-olds, the uneducated. After looking at those polls, if anybody should be against immigration, it's black. 0 out of fucking 10. The ones that y'all called allies to the black community voted for our black genocide. That is not an exaggeration. Giving cops immunity to kill with no repercussions, knowing with the FBI statistics that there is a large group of white supremacists in the police force. We know that non-black people view us black people as violent, and they are inherently scared of us and or hate us and don't give two fucks about our lives. Those same people that you said free, but with a black woman running for office, it was lock them niggas up. Immigrants who are only allowed to be in this country because of black people and the civil rights movement voted for our genocide. Because number one, they view the Palestinian situation as an actual situation, and we're just complaining about not much. Because they think that the only incidents of police brutality are the ones that are on the news, are the ones that are recorded. And they think it's only about police brutality, when we're also talking about the socioeconomic position that black people are in that's also killing us. Medical racism that's also killing us. But because it's not bombs, and it's like our issues are a slow, painful poison, imperceptible to the white naked eye. Plus, we're black, our lives are less important. So sit there and think about all the flags you've posted, put in your bio, all the hashtags, and then look around and point to your allies. All because she is a black woman. They were not doing this with Biden.
I told you, it's people who lie. The numbers never lie. But before I go any further, I want to say that I am so very proud of Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. She ran a perfect campaign in the matter of 3 or 4 months, raised billions of dollars, galvanized millions of people. I am so very proud of this woman right here. I pray nothing but love, happiness, joy, good health, prosperity for all of the rest of her days. She deserves them. Well done, Madam VP. Well done. I told y'all, I'm afraid for us, but I am at peace. And I'm sitting here. I'm truly sitting here waiting to see what color the wall is going to be next. Now, I see a lot of people who are trying to calculate some things. The numbers look wonky. I agree with all of that, but I'm not trying to dig into numbers. If there's something wonky, something fishy that went down, I pray that it is brought to light, and it is brought to light soon. But I'm sitting back and I'm truly waiting to see what color the wall is going to be next after I've seen these numbers. The numbers don't lie. People do. And here are the numbers. White men, 59% voted for Donald Trump. White women, 52% voted for Donald Trump. Latino men, 54% voted for Donald Trump. Latino women, 37% voted for Donald Trump. All other races, ethnicities, 40% voted for Donald Trump. Black men, black women, our numbers have not changed. We are clear on who these people are. We are clear on the dangers that these people will bring, and we stood together and voted accordingly. So I want to make it clear, as you look at these numbers on the screen, I want to make it clear that the people who didn't vote and could vote, the people who voted uncommitted, if they voted uncommitted, the people that were discouraging other people not to vote, and the people who did vote and voted for Donald Trump, this is what they're going to get. They're going to get mass deportations. Donald Trump told us, even gave us a number, 10 million people. He even told us what he was going to use to make that happen. Some alien reconstruction, revisit something. Some alien act that's on the books. He's going to use that. And he can deport you based on your skin color. Yeah, he told us that's what he was going to use. So mass deportations. Those who didn't vote and those who voted for Donald Trump, this is what they're getting. The elimination of Obamacare. Yeah, those who didn't vote and those who voted for Donald Trump, that's what they're getting. The elimination of the Department of Education. Those who didn't vote and those who voted for Donald Trump, this is what they're getting. Because Donald Trump told us with his own mouth, this is what he's going to do. The elimination of Social Security and Medicare, entitlement programs. This is what those who didn't vote and those who voted for Donald Trump, this is what they're going to get. Right? National abortion bans. This is what they're going to get. No fault divorces. White women, when your husband is beating you upside the head, when they are mentally abusing you and subjecting you to servant levels, you won't be able to just get a divorce. That's what you voted for. That's what you'll get. This is what y'all voted for, and this is what y'all are gonna get. And to the 20% of black men who voted for Donald Trump, you voted for indemnification of the police. So you voted for stop and frisk. Yeah, they'll be free to stop you and frisk you for no reason other than you're black. Yeah, that's what you voted for, because you couldn't bring yourself to vote for a black woman. You voted for indemnifying the police immunity. So when you get murdered in the street, your family can't even sue to get some type of compensation for unjustly murdering you. Latino men and women, yeah. That mass deportation, that includes you. That includes you. Black men and women, we are going to have to learn to depend on each other. The next 4 years, all that I just ran down, it will affect us tremendously. It will probably affect us the most. But we didn't choose this. We didn't choose this. We were on the right side of history. This is not our shame. This is not our burden to carry. This is theirs. And on that note, I'm going to head into the office. I'm going to try to talk my coworkers into going out to lunch today so we can breathe and have a drink and talk about future plans, because some of my coworkers have one step outside of the United States already. They got 1 foot outside of the United States already. Me, I'm going to start really working on trying to get my mom to agree to move outside of the United States. I know it'll be futile, but I will definitely be working on my mother, getting her to pack up and move outside of the United States. Y'all get in contact with your family. Draw close to your family. If y'all have issues over the past few years. Rectify those issues, move past those issues, draw in close to your family, black people. You don't have family? Find community, some way, somehow. Find community with other black people. We gonna need each other. And then lastly, how long before they move Donald Trump out of the way and we have President J.D. Vance? How long before this happens? Because I believe this is the overall goal that they want. They want the end result to be President J.D. Vance. How long before this happens?
Anonymous private account BD78 says, please don't divide us. White woman here who voted for Harris. We can't afford to divide women. The real issue is men, white and Latino. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? I'm in that 92% right there. That blue 92, that's where I am. You're in that little 47 at best. Who are you talking to? Who's dividing y'all? Y'all divided your damn selves from each other and from everybody else. Me pointing out stats, and this isn't even the total. This is just the day after. No, you're not talking to me. You're not talking to any black woman. You're talking to your peers.
Exit polling data tells the story of what happened during this election. Look at this. This is coming from NBC News. I want you to look down there at Latino men. 54% for Donald Trump. Now, this is following that rally in Madison Square Garden. But also, look at black men. 78% went for Kamala Harris, but 20% for Donald Trump. Usually Republicans score in the single digits. And finally, of course, white women. 52% for Donald Trump, and then you have 47% for Kamala Harris. Now, Donald Trump, according to Pew, received 53% of the vote from white women in 2020. So basically, he didn't lose hardly any white women, despite the Dobbs decision overturning Roe.
Like, seriously, Lovelace, it's so, I would even say that it's so surprising because, you know, people that look like me are always expecting not to get something from people that claim to be aligned with them. Like, this is just the fact. And this election, you know, actually gave all of the explanation. Election exposed and explained everything that, you know, people that looks like me have been complaining about. Before this thing and everything, you know, came to be, a lot of people with their social platform, like when you go to, you know, TikTok and so many for you see a lot of pan-colored women. The way at which, oh my God, we're standing for women. Oh my God, yeah, we're gonna vote for this. We want women rights to be, you know. Oh my God, the acting is more than, it's actually more than the performance. The way at which they acted, you see so many advocacy. Like, I am actually looking for some stitches to know what they are saying from their side, like stitches from pan-colored people or pan-colored women, you know, to give us or to give reasons why they actually chose to, you know. Like it said, these people, we always choose for their own interest. Even if it's not for their own interest, even if they're not choosing for their own interest, they are going to always stand by their own. Like, no matter how you see them come or pop up on your For You page, claiming to be, you know, alliance, trying to understand the way at which women feel. Like, they don't even care the way at which they feel as a woman or the right or whatsoever. So far, you know, someone of color is not there. They are so okay with that. I'm just talking in the reference of, you know, pan-colored women. So far, their own is over there. They don't care the way at which their own treat them. They don't care. They don't even, like, if you see them coming, you talk about, oh yeah, black women, we are in support of you. They just join together to become, to fight this and that. It is just fallacy. They are not doing that. They cannot do that. Like before this edition thing, I have seen countless of videos of pan-colored women coming out. Yeah, black women, people of color, it is time for us to come together. Oh my god, come together is just come together, then we will use you and get what we actually want. This is just the meaning of the come together. I have not even started talking about Hispanic people. This is pan-colored women for you. You will see them all out sometimes speaking. You think that you guys are, they now understand what you're talking about. You guys are in the same boats. At least she's a woman. She understands what it means. She really understand. No, they don't care. They don't even want a woman to be. They just want the position where they are. They don't. So far, someone of color is not in a higher position. They are very comfortable with they don't even treat them as bad as the way at which they treat the people that looks like me. So why do you think that they will actually come out too? So I think everybody's actually expecting it, because this is how it has always been. This is how it has always been. It is just all about me, my co, and all of that. But the thing that actually struck me is the fact that Hispanic people, oh my goodness, Hispanic people that is always out to complain how they've been treated. They're asking black people for their opinion, for help. Like, I am so, when I see that of pan-color women, I never expected less. I never expected less from them. It wasn't a surprising thing. I was not surprised. I was like, okay, this is just normal. Yeah, this is just normal. That's how the system is. But what really surprised me is the fact that Hispanic people, so all of those complain, oh my god, illegal immigrants, oh my god, they're going to send us back. Like, all of those shenanigans that is happening all over the social platform are just the bare minimum. Like, all of those things, they don't even care. Like, they are okay with that. Nobody is disputing the fact that coming to or migrating to a country illegally is no. That is, no one is, no one is in support of migrating to a country illegal. Like, you have to do it legally, yeah. But the fact that they complain so much of being oppressed or being treated so badly, or like, I could not forget, the controversy by the end of the elections about the island of garbage that took all over the social platform, and people were like reacting and commenting, and oh my goodness. So all of those complain all over the social platform. Oh my god, this is what happened. Oh my god, Texas did this. Oh my god, Florida did this. Like, so it is just all for a cloud. Well, let's call it cloud chasing, because if you often complain of something, that you enjoy being treated that way, that means you are just lying to yourself. And say, look at the percentage of Hispanic people. I wasn't even expecting that from and Asian. That is why, when black people say that they don't want to be included with POC, and they just want to be, people that looks like me, they know what they're talking about. They know what they are talking about.
It's as if people that looks like me is just on their own, because yeah, only 12% did not vote. It's as if, oh my God, they have been standing alone. Yeah, they definitely know that they have been standing alone, but to this extent is what's so shocking to me. Standing alone to this extent, it is what that is so shocking. I never knew that it was so strenuous, like it was so bad as this. Seriously, it happens that it's only black people that at least have the highest percentage. What does this tell you? They should tell you that, you guys are alone. You guys are alone. Forget whatever you see on for you pages and all of the things that we say. You guys are alone on your own. So POC, pan-colored women, Asian women, they are on their own. So if all of a sudden some black people come out to tell you that no, don't include us with POC, you should know the reason why they're saying this. Because now I think it has gotten to a level where it's POC, okay, pan-colored people, POC, and black people, which is not even supposed to be. So it's giving pan-colored people, POC people, and black people. And it's so disappointing that people that you think that, oh, we are in this together, and that is not even it. Especially some of these pan-colored women that came out to talk about how, oh yeah, it's the women right. Oh my goodness, this is just so ridiculous. Anyways, no matter the outcome, we should all be very, very, glad, happy. It's just like every other day. But this is actually a lesson. Even if it's a lesson, but it's all good as well. I hope and I think that I feel that everything is for the best. It's for the best. Even if this avenue have actually, give room for people that looks like me to know exactly where they belong. So they don't belong with anyone, they belong alone. They are on their own. So it is high time you just do things on your own. Like anyone that comes running to you, complain, oh my God, just the way at which the first woman talked about, channel your energy to POCs, okay, Hispanic, Asian, and what again, pan-colored women. It is all good, the outcome, like it is all good, but it's just that it's also a message that for people that looks like me, so that they will know that, yeah, now we know better. Even if we know, we knew all along, but we know better right now. Seriously. Anyway, lovelies, I wish that everyone benefits from this new government. No one is going to regret it, and I hope that everything happens for good and God's plan. It has been destined, maybe the way at which God wants it, or that might be, I don't know. Why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. If you've not subscribed to this channel or to this extent, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.
Up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We just here to educate and inform ourselves. All right, lovelies, please share this video, subscribe, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.